So today I'm going to be discussing question 3, and that is, what have you learned from your audience feedback? So at the beginning of the year, we had to come up with 5 questions to ask people so that we can record, and that was subjective to our genre, which was thriller. So I said, what do you like about thriller movies? What would you expect to see in a thriller movie trailer? Do you think creepy dark suspense music is appropriate for a thriller movie trailer? Do you think thriller movies look more appealing when they're filmed in the day, in the night, or a mixture of both? And what age rating do you think is appropriate for a thriller movie? So here with Hossam, his interview with the questions that I asked were kind of typical of what anybody would say of a thriller. He expects dark suspense music, but not to the extent that a horror has. He would like it to be filmed in day and night because that's what you usually see in thriller films. It's not a horror, and if it's filmed completely in the dark, in the night, then there's an underlying theme of like horror and like a subgenre to it. And yeah, he thinks that the storyline, he likes thrillers because there's tension and the storylines really have you thinking, especially psychological ones. So what I learned from Hossam is that I should really aim to make it very psychological, but not go borderline horror. Yeah. Now with Miracle, on the other hand, she discussed that she really likes the scary and fear factor about thriller movies. She said the idea of when the movie is finished, it still makes her think of like what else could happen, and like it really makes her interested in the film. She said that she likes dark scenes and low lighting and sound effects, and the music playing creepy music because she feels it adds to the tension of it. And she says that the characters need to be a mixture of more realistic, as thriller movies go about people's day-to-day lives, so that's what it should reflect. And the age rating, she thinks, is 17 plus because of the scary scenes, and she thinks that it's not appropriate for children. So for Miracle, it's kind of the complete opposite to Hossam, as she likes the fear factor and she likes the fear side of thrillers, whereas Hossam likes the psychological side of thrillers. So what I'm going to try to do, and what me and my partner are going to try to do, is incorporate both of those views together so that we could end up with an end project that fits all types of audiences. So these are just a couple of questionnaires, responses back, and the questions are just asking what type of ethnicities would you like to see, what type of characters, what type of settings, what type of storylines, just to give us more content on when we actually start filming. So this is just from a group chat, and I asked them what genre they like to watch, and they said thriller. And as you can see, she said that thrillers are less scary, but they have a deeper meaning, whereas scary movies are just on the surface and there's not really much to it. So this was the target audience Prezi, and I did this quite early. It was the first types of grounding that I had for what I wanted, not only for my trailer but also for the poster and the magazine. And throughout the course, I kind of stuck to this, but also progressed as I researched more conventions and stuff like that, so I could stick to the thriller genre. So this is just a prezi of like audience, inspiration, media language, representation, and me and my partner did this together. It really gave us some content, and we showed it around to other people and their thoughts on it, and they said that it was really, really good. So here is just a survey monkey of the 2 names that me and my partner came up with, and this was down to these 2, delusional or deceived. I did this through SurveyMonkey as it's very quick, and I just put a link on my social media, on my Instagram, and people just clicked on it, and they just voted, and delusional got the most. So that was a really quick way of getting quick audience feedback. So here is just a response from my group chat on Twitter, asking them what they think of the actual script, the actual storyline. And as you can see, they're very fond of it, which was really, really good. Me and my partner spent time. I came up with the idea, and we kind of discussed it, and we made, changes and fixed it around. But the majority of it came just from me wanting to really, really discuss about social issues, about murder, about raise mental health awareness. So as you can see, they're really, really they're really, really excited about it, which made me happy in turn. So yeah, that was how I told them through Twitter, and it was just a really easy way because majority of the time they're always on their phone, so it was a quick way for them to reply back to me so I can see what their responses are. And as you can see here, this was the poster for the auditions, and that's where we got it from. And this is just me asking them, hey, do you want to be a part of a trailer? And this is them saying, yes, count me in. So this was also a really, really quick way of me getting audience feedback. I would say that Twitter and Snapchat was my most used because they're the two platforms that people use the most that I know. Within these actual messages on Twitter, my friends did give me some advice. They suggested that maybe I changed their personalities a little bit, because I kind of told them the gist of how their personalities are going to be shown, how I wanted them to act, but they kind of asked me if they could tweak it and if they could add their own persona to it, and I was like, of course. Anything that makes them more comfortable when filming is always better. So that was really, really good that they were really that involved, that they wanted to bring out the full potential of the characters, and that was really, really helpful from them. All throughout the actual process, they were giving me feedback on not only my trailer but also my film poster, my magazine, on how I could present it, the colours that I could use. So they were really, really, really good help. And yeah. So how do you think we could improve our trailer?
You can make it much more have more suspense in it.
This is Liza, and I took this video towards the end of the editing stages, asking her what else could we improve on our trailer, and this is what she said.
Will add more suspense to it and make people think what's going to happen, and it adds a bit of thrill into it.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
Not really. You could maybe edit a bit more and check through it, and make things maybe faster, and just have a look around so that it's good.
Alright, thank you. From September until now, my audience feedback has really, really helped me not only figure out what people want to see trailer wise, but also film poster and magazine trailers. Just as you can see here, I used a lot of prezzies, questionnaires, videos, just to see what people's things are. Questionnaires were really, really easy to make. Just go on Word, type your questions in, and people will give you their response back really quickly. And yeah, social media as well. My friends being very enthusiastic about their roles made me more excited to film, because they were really trying to figure out ways that they could progress their own character. So it's just things like that I've learned a lot from, and just sticking to conventions as well. Like, it's grounded me in needing to stick to conventions to progress the thriller genre even more. So yeah, thanks for watching.